Here, what is? Here, topic is coming. What gender? Gender is a topic, okay, and about related to this word we are going to discuss, okay, in this lecture. You can say gender. Also, here are given. Here is a given definition with a definition, with examples, with the key features, with the key main points, objectives. Okay, gender. This is a term that you may have heard in your societies, in your surrounding area, when you go in your school, when you go in any place, when you go one place to another place. Then this word you may have heard. It's a term, however, that is not easily understand. This term, uh, this term is not easily understand in any place, in any society, in some society. Okay, easily not understand because you can say it's a practicing. It's a practice. Practice means traditionally. Okay, traditionally culture, traditionally geography. Through geography comes through traditionally geography. Gender becomes through traditionally culture. Okay, I cannot say this is reason. So therefore, this is that is not easily understand. Now we cannot say. Okay. After full completed discuss, uh, we can say how is gender and discriminations. How is gender in a different looks at a different ways. Okay, you can say gender as a same in a different ways. Okay, compare between boys and girls and men women. Let's see in next step. In fact, it is something that all of us experience. I just say in society, when you go one place to another place, when you also you go one country to another country, we all people feel feel and all of us experience in our lives where we live uh, on a daily basis. Okay, it determines it's something that all of us experience in our lives on a daily basis. It determines what it determines. Determines means different ways of people, of boys and girls. For example, for example of determines, who person we are. Okay, we are. For example, I am, and also example becomes you are, who we are, and what we will become. We will become depend on society. Can be depend, maybe depend on society. Okay, where we can go. This depend on society. Okay, society determines, how determines where we can go, where not, the life choice available to us, and those we eventually make. One second. Our outstanding of gender is often based on the family, on the society, and we live in, where we live in. These three here are given: family and society, and also where we live in. According to this, create habits, creates determines. Okay, what determines who we are. Okay, what are behavior? What are we behavior? who we are and what we will become, where we can go and where not can go. The life choice available to us and those we eventually make often based on the family, society, and where we live in. Okay, this word to remember because this related to this word unique questions raise. Okay, unique replies raise, answer creates, answer questions creates, can be creates. Okay, related to these words, it is a term, it's a term that helps us to understand many of the inequalities. Helps this gender helps us, it's help us to understand many of in means how many how many inequalities is available in our society, in our India, in our family, within family. Okay, understand many of the inequalities and the power relation between men and women in society. In society, power relation, power and equalities and power relation between men and women. Okay, you can see how many equalities, how much equalities in society between men and women. Okay, and how and also power relations. When growing up, when growing up as boys and as girls. Okay, if because we are boys and we take an example of a girl. Okay, one side. Being a boy or a girl is an important part of one's identify, from which we can identify this is girl, that is boy, you are boy. Okay, it's identified. Okay, once part of one's identifies. Okay, this society we grow up in teachers. Okay, this society teaches we grow as we grow up. Okay, as okay, what kind of behavior is acceptable for girls and boys? Different is here. Okay, behavior is different of for girls and for boys. It's a different waves. Okay, different behavior, different works. Okay, what boys and girls can and cannot do. I just say what what by works, what girls works. But when we see works of boy and girls between this is a different are difference. Okay, and this boy what can do and what cannot, and also girls what can and what cannot. Okay, depend on society, in society, depend on society, through society. Reason is society, reason is historical background. Okay, in a recently past time, the main responsibilities for housework and care giving task is done by the women, by only women. You can see here what is what main responsibilities of housework in your family. Your mother is done work by your mother, but how many responsibilities you cannot understand. Okay, the main responsibilities for housework and care, your care, uh, parents which care, which does care for your children. Okay, For housework and caregiving tasks is done by many tasks. Many tasks are in your mother. In your mother has many tasks for address for completed for to completed is done by the women, not men, because works of men is different in compared to women, and work of women is different in compared to men works. Okay, most domestic workers are women. Yeah, you can think in your family, in your house, domestic in your house, each many domestic work, but that domestic work is is work, and that work is your house. Means your mother, this your mother's work, this domestic work. Okay, domestic work. Most domestic workers are women. Okay, women works and equality. We will see in the next because here was not tested. Therefore, I am not read. I did not read. Okay. In short, we will see about this was about gender. Gender is a term that you may have heard in society, in city, in your town, in your village, in your rural, local areas, in urban areas, in your when you travel one country to another country, when you travel in any country where you live, this word you may have heard. It's a term, however, that is not easily understand because we can see through this here in this mention. Okay, after this word, we can understand how is not easily understand. In fact, it's something that all of us experience because in our surroundings, move, moving, moving about gender means feeling of gender. Okay, all of us experience in our lives on a daily basis. It determines, for example, who we are, and what we will become, where we can go, and we are not. The life choice available to us, and this we eventually make. Our understanding of gender is often based on the family, society, and where we live in. It's a term that helps us to understand many of the equalities and powers relation between the men and women, how many inequalities and the powers relation, how much power relation between men and women, but is a different. Okay, you can say to work also as work is major different. Work is major different. Okay, being a boy and a girl is an important part of one's identity. This important role for identify. Okay, the society we grow up and teaches. Society teaches. Okay, what it teaches. Who we are, what we will become, where we can go, where not. This society teaches. Okay, this society we grow up in teaches what kind of behavior is acceptable for girls and boys. If we see difference between girls and boys are different. Okay, what boys and girls can and cannot do. Okay, you can say difference between here are clear mention. The main responsibility of housework and caregiving task is done by the woman, our mother. Most domestic worker has women. Women has most domestic workers. Okay, you can imagine this are coming transitionally. Okay, women women's work and equality. In the next turn, we will see about this. To on the next topic, women's work and women's equality. Let's see what it says. The inequality between men and women. Here are saying between men and women. Okay, has to dealt with through action. Has to be dealt with through actions, not just at the level of the individual or the family, but also by the government. If we want inequality, remove inequality in between men and women works, then not only individuals can be done, also individuals and with family and by the government can be done. Okay, can be done means can be remove inequality between men and women. Okay, here are saying this. Women works and equality. The inequality between men and women has to be dealt with the through action, not just only at the level individual or the family, but also by the government. Okay, in short, in your words, like this, we can say the inequality. If we want to remove inequality between men and women, then we cannot say only we cannot import only at the individual person as well as family. Also also individuals can be removed inequality, and also with family and by the government can remove inequality between men and women. Okay, through these three persons. Okay, but level are different. The constitution says that being male or female should not become a reason for discrimination. The our constitution says. Okay, okay. What constitution say? Constitution say in our society, male and female in this between should not be discrimination. Okay, become a reason for discrimination. Okay, our constitutions, you can say support of male and support of a female, both constitutions text. Okay, the government has set up Anganwadi or child centers in several villages in the country. Each level, the government has set up. Okay, and in the present time, you will see Anganwadis and child centers in your country, in your city, in your area. If you live village, then in your village to move, you can see where is your where is your child center. Okay, but this has set up by government. Okay, next are coming sentences. Social equality is when the resources in a given society, when the resources are distributed evenly, means equally. Okay, social then we can say social equality. When does it say social equality? Yeah, this is social equality between men and women, between each other person. Social equality is when the resources when the resources is given by government, then that resources are distributed between in society in evenly. unequally distributed. When each distributed equally, evenly, then we can say this is social equality. Okay, not a discrimination is here. Okay, many people many people believe in these stereotypes. What is stereotypes? What are stereotypes in this regard? Uh, where we are talking where we are talking about gender. In this gender topic, what are stereotypes? What what are stereotypes? Stereotype means when we prejudice means this is based on historical background, and stereotypes comes in prejudice when one person's if you can say one community when we creates a tendence means tender. Okay, create a tender before without knowledge the complete, you can say the full fact. Without, we already create a tender, you can say a page on a one image, create one image. Okay, one image about something. Okay, then stereotypes comes. Okay, many people believe in these stereotypes when negative or can be maybe positive, but without knowledge of the complete and full of fact, uh, we uh, we create one image on any persons. Okay, then stereotypes comes. Boys do study, train to become doctors and engineers. Boys, this is stereotypes. This is sentence tells us many people believe in this stereotypes. Boys do to study and also train to become doctors and engineers. Means, in other words, in hidden, this say us not this work can not can it not work girls. Okay, and next are coming schooling and education today. What is the situation in the present time of school is education and education? You can say college education, university education. What is the situation? Okay, what is situation of education? Okay, let's see. Today, today, both boys and girls attend a school in a large numbers. Okay, yeah, yeah. According to census. Okay, according to census, you can check out report of educations. How many boys and girls are attend in a school for educations. Okay, and you will see there still remain difference between the education of boys and girls. Still remain difference, some difference, but still, okay, still. According to the 1961 census, here is given census according to 1961, and you can also check on the internet any census because if in 2011 has has census, then after 2011 becomes in 2021. Okay, about 40% of all boys and men mixed, but age 40%, 7 years old and above, but must be above 7 years. Okay, above of 7 years. Were literate, how many percentage? Here is 40% of all boys according to 1961 census. Okay, were literate compared to just 50%, compared to 50%. You can say difference 40% of all boys and 50% of all girls. mixed girls and women, and here also boys and men. But 100, 100 minus 100 subtract 40 comes gap is 60%. Okay, and here 85% gap in girls category. Okay, you can see and you can imagine how many gap. Okay, how many is not here. In the most recent census of 2011, in to compared to 1961 census, according to if we will see in the most recent census of 2011, these figures have grown at 82% for boys and mixed boys and men, and 65% in girls category. 50%, according to census 2011, 85% have grown in the boys category, and have grown education. If we talk about education, then 65% have grown. Okay, you can say bigger difference, and has a development. Okay, uh, in short, we will see about women's work and equality. What are works in just previous we already saw. We have seen the inequality between men and women through can remove inequality through individuals and also with family and also by the government. Okay, our constitutions also support both men and women, boys and girls. Okay, both support our constitutions. This is a should not be become a reason of discriminations. Okay, the government has set up what has set up our government Anganwadis child centers in several villages, in many villages. Okay, in the our country, you can see in your country if you live in your urban area, then where is your business center? You can find out. Social equality. So social equality is when we can say this is it's a social equality. When we can say, let's check. Let's see. Social equality is when resources provides by government in society, in a given society, they in society are distributed equally, evenly. Then we can say it's equality. It's a social equality. Okay. Many people believe in these stereotypes, and I just told you sometimes. I told you about stereotypes, about prejudice. Prejudice means this depend on historical background. This is based on historical background prejudice, and through prejudice becomes stereotypes. Means when one people community create tender, you can say creates a stereotype, creates a tender. Okay, creates a tender. Here I am saying you stereotypes. Okay, when one person create one image uh, on any persons, with any persons, without full knowledge and without full fact, then comes stereotypes. Okay, boys, and this here is given example of stereotypes. Boys do to study do boys do to study and train to become doctors and engineers and also more. Yes, and next are coming what is schooling and education today present time in our country. What is the situation of education you can say in a school, in college, in university. What is the situations? Okay, of education. Today, both boys and girls attend school in a large number. But when we see in the recent past time, in our history time, then this number is less. Okay, more less. Okay, there still remains a difference. Still remains a difference between the education of boys, because here are getting compare between boys and girls educations, because difference comes a difference bigger. Let's see. According to the 1961 census, this is report, and through this report we can check out how bigger, how bigger. Okay, how difference between the education of boys and girls. 1961 census, about 40% of all boys and men, but must be age of 20 years above. Okay, were later how many percent? 40%, and compared to just 50% of 50% of all girls and women. And according to in the most recent census of 2011, compared to this census, these figures have grown. You can say three millions growth. Okay, at 82% for boys and men in this mixer. It's mixed, and in girls category, if we see 65% have grown. Okay, and we will see in the next turn, in next step, what will come, what comes. We will see in the next turn. Let's move. Let's move to further topic. The percentage of the male, as we as we saw, percentage of male and means boy and girls percentage of educations, as we saw in the previous percentage of education, the percentage of the male group is still higher. Okay, to compare female, uh, percentage of the male group is still higher than the female group. Okay, according to census 1962 and 1961 and 2011. If between this we to compare, then we see percentage of the male group is still higher. Okay, 85, 62, higher than female group. Okay, SC and ST girls leave a school at a rate because these girls most of these girls are live in rural areas. Okay, live in rural areas, and some facilities is not available. Then this situation can be to live of SC and ST girls. Okay, at a rate that is higher than the category all girls. Uh, after the girls, all category girls, these girls live. These girls are living schools. Okay, SC and ST. But to compare, remain all girls is joining, is getting education. Okay, you can say live, who are getting education. A law was made. A law was made in 2016 to give women. What to give women? Who face physical. This women face physical and mental violence. Then A law was made in 2006 to give women within their homes, where women live in your area, means in your homes, also called domestic violence. You can say, because this is related to domestic, then we also can say this is a domestic violence, and some legal protection, and also give it give some legal protection, because you can say, because as I discuss as we discuss about inequality, men and women, then what we say, in women works are completely physically and mentally, you can say, raise at a higher burden, okay, in their homes. Then a law was made in 2016, and this phase, physical and mental, also called domestic violence, some legal protection to women. Okay, protesting means when a student do protest for your justice. If sometimes people go move leak paper, then students comes roads and starting protest. But here, what say, protesting the women movements. It's also movements. In moment are getting protest. The women the women movement raise its voice, your voice. Women can raise a voice, your voice. Okay. When violence against women take place, when if if any person violates a woman, then woman comes on the road and start protesting for your voice. Okay. Next are coming women's movement about this word, and you can here say, uh, perhaps can maybe reporting women's movement of women and girls now have the rights to study. In this present time, have rights to study and go to school. Okay. As you are saying, there are other spheres like legal reform, violence, and health, where the situation of women and girls has improved. In the past history, what was done, what was done, what was do, what was done in case of women comes many burdens. In girls, not rights, not have not rights to study, to better study in a higher level educations, to become lower. This is absence. This was absence in history past time. Okay, and also absence of lack of go to a school, and lack to study. These rights have had not in the past history. Okay. Legal reform, violence, and health, where the situation of women and girls has improved in the present time, and recently time. Okay, mostly recently time. From the mostly recently time, these changes have not happened automatically. Okay, have not these changes where that you are saying, these changes, these change, but these changes have not happened automatically. Okay, women individually, in this case, help of women individually and collectively means community need a collectively. Okay, have a struggle this collectively and women individually have struggle, you can say had a struggle to bring about these changes, means violence, burden mentally, physically, about these changes to bring our women and collectively community had struggled in the past year. In the past year, okay, this struggle is known as women's movement. Okay, this word in your study becomes important. Women's women's movement. This was a struggle, and we will need these movements for women and girls. Okay, campaigning means advertising. When we see when play TV, when move reel, and when we see mobile, and in when you play a video, and sometimes comes a ads, that is called advertise. Okay, campaigns to fight discrimination. These campaigns need, okay, to fight discrimination and violence, also to fight violence against women are an important part of the women's movement. Means here are saying for women movements, this part is crucial role. This part play a crucial role. Okay, through this women movements can easily that is can is get easily justice. Okay, in any moment. Okay, and next about discrimination. This word many multiple times. This word multiple times we have discussed about this word discriminations, and also today in this lectures we will discuss about this. When we do not treat equally with any one persons, then becomes a discriminations, then start place a discriminations. Okay, equally or with respects. In short word here are same, and also we can define of a discrimination where you do not treat equally with any someone, then you can say you discriminates, you do discriminates. Okay, if any persons in our country, people where live in our country, if one person, if you see one person, that person discriminates with many, with any person, then you can say that person discriminates with any persons and get punished, must be get punished, that person must be get punished. Okay, in short we will say about this percentage of the male group is still higher compared to female group. Okay, because in the previous lecture we saw through census through 1961 and compared to 2011, and what we saw compare education, situation of education. Okay, SC and ST girls are leaving schools at a rate because almost these girls are living in rural areas. So we can say some facilities, lack of some facilities, these girls are living schools, education. Okay, compared to all girls. Okay, compared to all girls. A law was made in 2006. What for? This law was made in 2006 to give women what this means some legal protection, to give some legal protection women who faces these women face physically and mental violence within their homes, burden physically, mentally. This comes burdens on women at the mind. Next arguing word is protesting. How we can define protesting in simple words, and also here can be also here is defined. The women's movement raise its own voice. Okay, when violence against women take place. Okay, when women take place against violence, then protesting is start. Women movements is what happened? What is happening here? Women and girls now have the rights to study and go to school. There are other aspects like legal reform, violence, and health, where the situation of women and girls has improved, but not automatically. These changes have not happened automatically. How it happened? Women through women individually and also collectively, communities, society through society have struggled to bring about these changes when was not have when was not have the rights to study and go to the school. Okay, go to the school. When individually and collectively have struggled to bring about these changes, this struggle is known as women movements, women's movement. Campaigns to fight discrimination and also violence, because we do not need violence in our society, in our country. Okay, in any types. And also we do not need discriminations or with any one persons. Okay, against women are on yeah. Against women are an important part of the women's movement. In any movement, this part plays a crucial role. Okay, in the women's movement, and the descriptions in short simple sentence are given definition of a discriminations. When we do not treat people equally or with respect. Okay, you are treating with someone not self-respect. Then you can say, then any persons can say you discriminates with someone, with any someone, even one person. So you should not a discrimination. Okay, and in the next what will come term, we will see this last. Okay, related to this topic, this is last word is coming here about violation. About this we already discussed, but again we discuss. Okay, we discuss when anyone forcefully breaks the law and a rule, or openly show disrespect, then we can say this person done violation. Okay, violation. We can say that he or she has committed a violation. Okay, but in your word, how we can say when comes violence, when when does rage violation? Suppose in your area one person lives in your area, and too low of our education article, you can say article of Indian constitutions and rule and law who are making our Lok Sabha by Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha by President, Judiciary, or Legislative, Executive. These are organs of Union government, and this law, this rule, this also openly show disrespect. Okay, then violence arise. But our question is here, when what in short meaning of violation is what, when with any persons, because do will do person, and I am saying you any one person, and breaks forcefully in angry forcefully breaks our rule who have mentioned in our Indian constitutions and law, and also do not do not respect and show disrespect. Then we can say arise violence, raise violation. We can say he is she can committed has committed a violence. Sexual harassment. It harassment when touch becomes. This refers to physical or verbal, because any woman when unless women want, then you cannot do anything with women. Okay, when unless women want, and opposite to if we can do, then we can say it's a harassment, sexual harassment. And here also mentions that is of a sexual nature and against the basis of women. I just in simple words, nature. This is nature. This is nature. Okay. Women's and also our, but this harassment, so would be weird. Okay, weird. But here question arise and issue arise creates problem. But this is related to physical and verbal behavior, and we can with someone's without basis of a woman, then we can say it's against and it's a harassment of a woman. Okay, we should not. Okay, in short, violation and its violation is what, when with someone forcefully breaks any rule, any law, any if don't show respect, no problem. But to show disrespect, then violence, rage. Okay, rage, and it's natural part. But if unless a woman want, then we cannot something. Okay, nothing. We cannot nothing. But if opposite, if we can something, if we can something with a woman, then we can say it's a harassment. Okay, this was last about these discussions, and okay.